$10 million for that fight. How you know that's a lie?
To fight Canelo?
Yeah, I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby. The legacy.
That's good.
The legacy outweighed the money. 3-time undisputed. Ooh, coming soon. I might go back down to 54.
To fight who?
And do it. I
You
might go
win.
back down and do it again.
Welcome back to Sports Fans Only with your boy Sean Mack. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. And what you heard was right. You heard right. Don't have to fix it. You don't have to rewind it. Believe your ears. Canelo and Crawford is coming up, and it's just been reported that Crawford is actually fighting Canelo for $10 million. Now, on May 3rd, when I heard the original purse was going to be $200 million, 150 was going to Canelo, I think, and we assumed that the rest of the $50 million was going to Crawford. But in a recent interview, Crawford just said he's actually taking that fight for $10 million. What happened to the other $40 million? I don't know. Turkey Al-Rashid must have a wicked mouthpiece to make Crawford go down. I have no idea. He say he's doing it, as you heard. He say he's doing it for his legacy. He say he's doing it to become one of the greatest boxers to ever lace him up and get inside the ring. But to me, honestly, I like Crawford, but never play with your money. I know I heard he's pretty frugal with his money. He never really spend money. He's pretty tight as a gnat booty. But why would you not take the money? I want to know, did he just choose to say, I don't want to take this money and just don't worry about the 40? Or did someone coerce him into saying, man, you don't even need to take that much money? I want to know, how did it come to the $10 million that's supposed to be given to Crawford for fighting Canelo, when we understand that Canelo is the A side? He's going to get the 150 million, 115 million, something like that. But you would think that the other 50 would go to Crawford, but not so fast, my friend. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to try to get down to the bottom of this. We're going to read this article about these Crawford statements, and I'll be right back to spit some more hot fire. Holla. This article's from Marker. Terence Crawford has finally lifted the lid on how much he's earning for the biggest boxing fight of his career, and it's a shock to fans who expected a blockbuster figure. The undefeated American fighter confirmed he'll receive $10 million for his September 13th bout with Canelo Alvarez, dispelling the rumors of a much larger paycheck. The clash, which headlines one of the boxing's most anticipated events of 2025, will see Crawford step up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, the undisputed king, at 168. In a recent interview with Ring Champ with AK and Barack, Crawford made it clear that the bout is less about financial reward and more about the legacy he hopes to cement. When asked about his earnings, he responded, quote, directly, quote, I got $10 million for that Canelo fight, end quote. The reaction from the guys in the room was immediate. Host Barack laughed and AK accused him of joking, but Crawford stood firm, responding, quote, how do you know that's a lie, end quote. The Nebraska native went on to explain his mindset, quote, I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby, the legacy, adding legacy outweighs the money, end quote. As a 3-division undisputed champion, Crawford's next move could make him the first boxer in history to become undisputed in 4 different weight classes, a feat he's chasing at the age of 36. The purse revelation is even more surprising given the financial landscape surrounding the fight. Canelo Alvarez, coming off a dominant performance against William Skull, is reportedly earning $80 million per bout under his 4-fight, $400 million contract, tied to Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season boxing venture. Some social media posts had claimed that Crawford was set to receive as much as $50 million, but his own comments quickly undermined those assumptions. Another crazy thing about this fight, an emergency backup plan is already in place. According to reports, undefeated contender Lester Martinez has agreed to step in if Crawford pulls out, and he would earn a career best $2 million for doing so. While the safety net underlines the fight's logistical complexities, it also highlights the high stakes and promotional planning involved in these big fights. Crawford, who holds a pristine 41-0 record, also hinted that this won't be his last bout. In fact, he teased an ambitious return to 154 pounds in the aftermath, saying, quote, I might go back down and do it again, end quote. His remarks suggest that retirement isn't on the card just yet, despite the magnitude of the upcoming challenge. But whatever happens on fight night, Crawford's motivation remains clear. He's chasing history, not headlines. 3 times undisputed. Ooh, we coming soon, he said with a grin, laser focus on what this moment could mean for him, his family, and his legacy. Wow, as the kids say, OMG. OMG, I don't know what I just heard. My brain's a little boggled. I'm a little fried. I don't know what's going on. He just hurt my ears hearing that he didn't want to take money. It's all about, it's about legacy, but money, bro. And I like you a lot. But come on, Crawford, man. I'm a fan. Come on, bro. But I can tell you this one thing. This is why boxing needs a union. Amongst other things, why boxing need a union or some type of unification organization. This is why they need it. This wouldn't happen in the NBA. This wouldn't happen in the NFL. And this wouldn't happen in the NHL. Because no one's going to make you take less money for a legacy or for a fight. Because did that mean they might expect the next upcoming champ or the reigning champion to actually take less money, the pound for pound king to take less money? Well, Crawford did it. Why can't you do it? It's just a bunch of bull crap. I would never take that. And let me tell you this, and then I'm gonna bounce on out of here. Legacy don't outweigh money, my boy. I know you have a plan. I know you know better what you're doing than what I want you to do. But one thing I can tell you is this: you don't play with your money. You never play with your money, my boy. Man, don't play with your money. That's all I gotta say. I have nothing else to say. On that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Sports Fans Only. Holla.